Hello everyone, welcome back again to Liverpool Report today. We've got the latest updates on our beloved club Liverpool, but before we dive in, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a moment of Liverpool Report news. Let's get started. Former Liverpool player Stephen Warnock believes there is still a chance that Trent Alexander-Arnold remains at Anfield beyond this season. Homegrown Alexander-Arnold is expected to join Real Madrid when his contract expires at the end of June, with reports suggesting a deal worth £12 million a year has already been agreed by the Spanish giants. But Warnock reckons the deal is not yet completely done, and Alexander-Arnold may be tempted to sign a new deal. After all, once the club's owners ensure he is among the top earners. Looking at fellow out-of-contract stars Virgil van Dijk and Mohamed Salah as comparison, Warnock said on BBC Football Focus, "I still think there's an opportunity where he could stay. I think there's still that element where he's almost going, if you want me, you're going to have to pay for me. Because if you think of Virgil van Dijk and Mohamed Salah, their salaries are astronomical at the moment. Because Trent is a local lad, he won't be on the type of money that they are on, and he will be thinking, pay me what they're getting paid. And it might be a case of just closing that gap, and they are able to make that happen. But the other side of it is, what Liverpool fans are getting very frustrated by is that he's potentially going to leave on a free transfer. This is a player that you got on a free transfer from the club's academy, who you haven't paid a penny for, and has given you 8 incredible years at the club. According to a number of sources, Alexander-Arnold's current deal at Liverpool is worth about £9 million per season, with Salah banking double that, and club captain Van Dijk on a little more than £11 million. The England international, 26, joined Liverpool's academy aged 6. It remains unclear whether Van Dijk or Salah will agree new deals at the club, despite being close to securing a second Premier League title in Arneslot's debut campaign as manager. Harry Kane does not appear to be in a rush to leave Bundesliga giants Bayern Munich after a video emerged of the striker practicing his German. The England captain has recently been linked with a surprise move to Liverpool, but has displayed his continued efforts to learn the language of his country of his residence. Kane takes classes multiple times a week, while rattling in goals for Vincent Kompany's side. The 31-year-old has notched 76 goals in 82 appearances and appears to be on his way to a First League title with the club, after finishing as runners-up to Bayer Leverkusen last term. And the former Spurs star has displayed his off-pitch efforts to continue settle in Munich 18 months after completing his transfer. Bayern released footage of Kane undergoing an individual lesson in German as the veteran returns to the classroom. Recent weeks had seen Kane linked with making a return to the Premier League and a move to Liverpool touted. It would appear that the forward only has plans to embed himself further at Bayern, however, with his contract running until 2027. Speculation may remain, however, with Kane said to have a release clause in his contract. The clause sat at £67 million in the most recent transfer window, but it is said to require Kane to activate it, something has so far chosen not to do. It has been suggested that clause could be worth £54 million next January. But speaking last month, Kane offered little hope to interested sides and said, "What I can say is that I'm very happy at FC Bayern. No comment on the clause." Kane believes that his move to the Bundesliga side has enhanced his aura and improved his ability too. The sharpshooter reckons his efforts have now garnered greater respect since leaving Spurs and enjoys playing under pressure. "Just being at a club like Bayern Munich has helped push me on even more, confidence-wise and responsibility-wise," he explained. "Sometimes when you're playing in these types of teams where you're getting loads of chances, when you're expected to score 30, 40 a season, that's an expectation I like to have. It almost puts more pressure on myself to perform. I feel like I've definitely got better. I've improved. And maybe the aura of me as a player is a bit more respected than what it has been in the past, because you're playing in big games, big nights." Nevertheless, a Premier League return has not been ruled out. Alan Shearer claims Kane will have options should he hope to return to chase the record of the division's top goalscorer. The former Newcastle star told Betfair Liverpool will be looking for a centre-forward in the summer. "I don't doubt that, and Harry Kane would be a great option for them because of the size of the club, and he'll score goals." Whether Harry decides to stay in Germany or he decides to come back to the Premier League, he'll have options. I've always said that if he comes back to the Premier League, then he'll have a really, really good chance of breaking my record. I'm a huge admirer of him. Bournemouth defender Milos Kerkez has opened the door to a dream summer switch to Liverpool after admitting he wants to take the next step in his career with an elite club who are capable of challenging for major honours. The Hungary international, 21, has really caught the eye for Bournemouth this season, as Andoni Iraola's side continue to exceed all expectations in the Premier League. The Cherries are among a number of teams still in with a chance of qualifying for next season's Champions League with just a handful of games remaining. But the trade-off of their fine form has been persistent interest in their top players. While the likes of Dean Huijsen and Antoine Semenyo continue to be linked with a horde of top clubs, Kerkez's name has been touted time and time again as a target for Liverpool. The Reds are expected to be active in the summer transfer window, and strengthening at left-back is said to be on their agenda. That would indicate that Bournemouth's desire to hold on to Kerkez is likely to be tested ahead of the 2025-26 campaign. In a new interview with The Athletic, Kerkez has now implied that he would be interested in such a move, given his aspirations to play at the highest level. When he was asked if he joining an elite club was a natural next step, he replied, "Yeah. As a kid, you dream to play at the highest level, win the trophies, be on the best teams. These are the things that my agent is on, my dad is on. It is not something that they occupy me with because the season is still going, so there's no point to talk about anything. There's games left, the FA Cup is important for us, these are big things. And then, like I say, when someone comes in for you, you never know what's going to happen or where you're going to end up. In the summer, we will see what happens." Speculation linking Kerkez with a move to Liverpool has intensified in recent weeks, while Anfield icon Jamie Carragher has name-checked the former AC Milan man as the perfect long-term successor to Andy Robertson. When he was asked about the transfer talk, Kerkez says he's seen all the things people have been saying throughout the season. "Don't see stuff if someone says something about you. I think it's a lie. It's only if it hits you or not. If someone says something bad, I do my job. And if someone says something good, I just do my job. That's it." Virgil van Dijk and Mohamed Salah remain desperate to stay at Liverpool despite their precarious contract situations, it has been claimed. Both players' current deals expire at the end of June, with Trent Alexander-Arnold, who is in the same position, set to join Real Madrid. Alexander-Arnold's move to the Bernabeu is all but confirmed, though there may be some final details to iron out. With the Premier League approving a one-off transfer window change ahead of the Club World Cup in June, there is still a chance Madrid pay Liverpool to release the England star from his contract a few weeks early. Salah and Van Dijk are at slightly different stages of their career. While Alexander-Arnold is just 26, with his peak years potentially still to come, questions over longevity surround the two men who will be 33 and 34 respectively by the start of next season. Their importance to the team right now can't be questioned though, and according to Sky Sports, both Salah and Van Dijk would rather stay at Anfield than play elsewhere. The same publication reports there has been no breakthrough with top scorer Salah and captain Van Dijk. Reports in Egypt, however, indicate talks between the club and Salah's agent Rami Abbas have begun to gain traction. Alexander-Arnold might not be the only Liverpool player on the move this summer. Sky Sports also suggests the Reds would entertain a good offer for Harvey-Elliott, while reports elsewhere suggest the likes of Darwin Núñez and Kostas Tsimikas could find themselves the subject of interest. Elliott, who joined Liverpool from Fulham as a teenager, scored 3 times in just 168 Champions League minutes this season. He has received even less game time in the Premier League, though, prompting questions about where his future lies. A number of potential replacements for Alexander-Arnold have been mentioned, with Liverpool likely to be busier this summer than they were in Arne Slot's first window as manager. Jeremiafrimpong and Andrea Cambiaso are among those mentioned, though former Red star Jamie Carragher has urged the club to promote from within. When Liverpool have had Connor Bradley in the team this season, he's looked the real deal, and I don't think the right-back market this summer is alive with lots of amazing right-backs, Carragher told Sky Sports. So I think the way for Liverpool to go, if Trent moves on, is for Conor Bradley to be given his head, but also for Liverpool to buy a utility player who can play across the back four, like what Joe Gomez has been in the past few years.